recording. What's up? What's up? Let me get closer to
What's
the
Yeah.
mic.
what's up, y'all?
It's episode 7, High and By, and we got a guest today. Um, Star Love.
Ooh, ooh.
Helps. Welcome, Star Love. We giving you applause.
Shit.
I'm gonna insert applause right here. So, yep, we back. Um, and let's just kick it off. Get right to it. Let's start with we're not doing a highlight this month. So let's do our tweets. So thing two, you got yours, or you want me to start?
You could start us thing one. That's all you.
All right, all right. So for the first tweet, it's by big underscore business. Let me under. Let me just make sure I got that right, because you know niggas don't be know how to spell. Oh, I was completely wrong for the one I wanted to start with. So for the first one, it's Honcho, but HON9CHO. And this nigga says, a nigga casually drinking tea not gay to y'all?
What?
Yo, and I'm like, we really think about it. But I feel like I'm tight because that imagery be giving you like the nigga with a pinky out sipping hot
Yeah.
ass tea.
Right.
It be giving, yeah, like
Right.
pinkies up, legs are crossed, you know,
Scarf
hands
in the wind.
scarf, yeah, scarf and wig, yes.
Right.
Got a super tight like wool cardigan or whatever with the skinny jeans. That's who they said. That's who they're talking to. They just came at them.
Right. It's
Tea is
reminding
good
me
for
of
you.
Squilliam.
Oh, that was
Yo, is
perfect.
giving
That was
squilliam
perfect.
OD.
It's giving Squilliam.
It's dead giving squilliam.
All right, so I'm gonna read my second one. So my second one, where did that shit go? Yeah, it's big underscore business underscore. It's so crazy seeing the media turn monkeypox into the Ayo virus.
Nah, that's
Yo,
funny.
and that just that just remind me. There's this dude I went to high school with, and Starlove, you know, everywhere that nigga, you be like, yo, you be like, yo, pause, bro, pause.
Yes.
Like the face rub and everything. He would hit niggas with the face rub, but
Right.
like dramatic with it.
Right. Hella
just
dramatic.
just mad extra with it. Wait, he was the one coming at people saying pause, or he was the one
Yes,
people
he
were
would
saying?
come at no. People would come at like he would come from like literally niggas would say some like little shit a joke or something. You hear this nigga down the hall with like, "Hey yo," like
Right. Like,
Just
how did you hear that?
everything mass sus for no reason. Everything
dead
mad
ass,
pause.
dead ass.
Yeah.
That's funny.
Yeah.
That's mad. I mean, you know.
I'm not gonna say his name, but that's my guy. I actually seen him the other
Right.
day too.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because I think he lived near me.
Oh, really? Oh, shit.
But all right, you
Mm.
got yours up thing too.
So mine are in the mail. They're stuck in the mail.
Bitch.
They're lost. See, the challenge with a lot of these tweets is my new form of media has been a lot more TikToks and their little Instagram reels, and
Oh yeah,
those are the new like wild shits.
yeah.
Like you be seeing the whole. See, you know what's really wild? It'd be. I feel like yeah, actually.
Can you
Yeah,
play it?
the TikTok, yes.
Yeah.
So
Cause
it's
I'm like, if it's just
essentially
something you can play and not read it, then fuck it.
it'd be you'll be hearing like whole stories about like people be saying just their names, like this one for example, and you're like, who?
I did
Wait,
not
what's
hear
up?
that at all.
Damn,
Me neither.
damn, that's embarrassing.
It's okay.
That's
It's okay.
embarrassing.
Love, do you got one?
I did not like have one.
Okay.
Wait, hold on. Let me see. Y'all can still hear me, right?
Yes.
Mhm.
Okay. Let me go because I got mad of them in my drafts. Wait, I think I got mad of them in my drafts.
So I found one that I remember that was really funny.
Okay.
So somebody said they said I cooked for a nigga one time. This is from Pretty Girl TW. Uh, it said she said I cooked for a nigga one time. He took a bite, looked me in the face, and said, "No, ma'am." And I ain't cook,
Stop.
and I ain't cooked since.
Stop. Stop.
Cause that's
And I know it
yeah.
was some Alfredo.
Why
It's
they
Alfredo.
always cook that?
It's Alfredo and shrimp.
Right? Why they always cook that?
Nah, that's math. That's math funny.
Um. All right. So we on to the ho 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 story. Oh, I should say that for December, but we here for the whole stories. Thing two. It is your turn since you skipped it last time.
True. Very true.
Mm.
Okay. So whole story. All right. So somebody that I know, let's call him X.
Okay.
X went to X went to somebody's house to go fuck. And apparently, so when X went to this place to go fuck, he didn't realize that it was supposed to be like two people. He didn't realize it was he didn't realize it was more than two people.
Right. That's so sus
So
how people do that. Like, how you not tell somebody?
it's like
Right.
it's not even the fact of like it's kind of like you I guess from how X described this, it's kind of like you could picture it as somebody's cooking, cooking for two people,
Hmm.
and then those two people brought four friends.
But that's not how
Oh,
it went.
also asking for a plate, and it's like
And it's like,
What?
bitch,
it's like
no.
I ain't. They're like I ain't. X described it as he didn't plan for this.
Because how do you?
Right.
On
They be
red.
excessive in attendance, which is very unfortunate. So, but apparently X stayed. So X ended up staying there, and everybody just got a smaller portion. Everybody got like a smaller plate.
Niggas just got sides.
Yeah.
No
Size,
meat, no protein,
no main, no bev,
no utensils, bro. No
no
utensils.
utensils. You eat
You
with your
begging
hands
ass
type.
niggas.
Yeah, nah, cause you wanna show up randomly for food? Nah, you gonna
Not no
randomly eat it.
utensils. Not no bad. No bad. Damn.
So
Yes.
how did it? How was it? How did he say it was?
So the way he described it, he said it was still. He said he would go again, but
Okay.
I guess he would serve. He would make sure to prepare for prepare family size portions.
How dost one? How dost one? Am I saying that? How dost one
Mhm.
prepare to dish so many servings?
I think it's like I guess the way I would describe it, I imagine it being like a lot of just mental prep, like mentally preparing, and just also like an energy thing. Cause it's like imagine like I don't know.
Like, how do you mentally prepare for multiple? I don't know, for multiple people. Like,
I mean, I think
just seeing
when
you
it's two
naked that you
people,
don't know.
I mean, I guess if it's like two, when it's two people, it just seems more. controllable. It seems like a more
Exactly.
you have two eyes. You can keep at
Yeah.
least one eye on each person,
Right.
right? You got like a community. You got
And
like a
people are
you
in vulnerable positions and shit.
right,
Right, right. That's true.
right. You know that's a lot to manage, especially if that's your house. Like that's OD. Could you imagine?
And then just the smells alone.
I mean, I would hope you bring somebody that you bring people that don't stink.
Yeah. I mean,
Right,
I don't
Right.
trust these people.
right.
I guess
And the
you
more
know
people, the less the
The
guarantee.
trust.
it'd be like that. Hopefully, hopefully their house comes with plumbing. It come with a shower. You could you could kindly
Right.
suggest, yeah. You're like, it'd be fun if we all just washed our ass.
Yo,
You
I
go
would
first.
Right. We all just washed
but
our
for them
ass.
from them like festivities, I'm booking a hotel, and them niggas gonna have to clean that shit up.
Okay. I'm not
Yo, could
cleaning
you
none of that
imagine?
up.
Could you imagine the maids that gotta literally like
I
scrub out like a whole shit in the drain, in the
the
shower drain, and they gotta
bro.
like,
Right.
because people just don't know how to act or don't know how to, you know, clean up after themselves
Like
when they have
like
to.
really, bro. I know they be in the like really. You know that fucking video? Oh no, it wasn't a video. It was a picture. You know that picture of that lady after the Popeyes chicken sandwich, and she was sitting on a bench when that
I'm
Popeyes
doing
chicken
what?
sandwich dropped. She was just sitting there like
That sounds
in
familiar.
agony. Like I gotta find the picture and send it to y'all, but.
What?
She was just sitting there like she was defeated because they was working her hard for them fucking Popeyes chicken sandwiches, bro. Like,
Oh.
but that's what I
Oh
feel
yeah,
like
and
the
she was just
maids be
looking
looking
mad
at.
exhausted. She was just looking
Yeah,
mad, like yeah.
and that's what
Oh my
that's
gosh.
what the people at the hotel be looking like. Cause that's
Just
when I would quit. If it was really
defeated.
bad, if it was really bad, like disrespectfully bad, I'm quitting. I'm sorry.
Somebody,
Like if someone
somebody.
shit in the tub and like smeared it on the walls and shit and like all over the
Right.
bathroom, I'm quitting. Period.
Right.
I wonder how common that is. Is there like one person per hotel that just like does that? Is it just like
It
a
gotta be.
per is it per town? Is it per hotel, per town,
I
per
think it's like per
state?
hotel because you probably
Per
more
hotel. You think
likely to
every
get it
hotel?
like you probably more like how likely is it to get it at a Ritz Carlton compared to like a Hilton or a
But wait,
fucking motel?
but then that poses a question. It's like, what type of person is putting shit in the tub and on the
I
walls?
think
Is
it's
it
more like numbers because how many like compared to like how many people are constantly in there, you know, because the more people are in there, I feel like the more wild you get exposed to different type of psyches. You know what I mean?
but I guess so.
Yeah.
But then what if it's just a bunch of rich people that just are
Oh,
just going buck wild? That's what I'm saying. It's just a bunch of rich people that know that they
they
don't
could
have to
just
do
throw money
anything.
on it.
Yeah,
That's
they
Right.
throw money at it and
that's
take a
true.
whole shit. They be taking the
That's
sloppy
true.
shit in the tub.
Ew.
Ex-
Right.
exactly. And
Scat
Mm-mm.
play,
and the rich maids and whatever, they gotta clean that up. They be getting a nice little pay raise, but they still cleaning up shit.
bruh.
Right. And grown adult shit.
And
Yeah.
that's I'm like that's one thing like I couldn't I there's certain things where I draw the line like there's no
Right.
amount of money I could really do that like I honestly though like what amount of money would you clean up another human shit?
I
How
mean,
much shit is how much shit is it, and where
Okay.
is the shit?
right. That's
Damn.
true.
That
Yeah,
And
pose.
am I getting all the protective gear?
Yeah. No, I just need the first.
Because
I just need the
I
first
need a
two.
hazmat suit.
I just need the first
right.
two answer because everything else, depending on how
Well,
much it
okay,
is,
what if it's like
we can negotiate.
it's like diarrhea, right? Type shit.
Like it's
And
just wet.
it's diarrhea, yeah. I don't why do we talk about this? But
Not as
it's
diarrhea.
so and you in you in let me see a fucking like art gallery
Diarrhea in an
in an
art
art
gallery.
gallery.
I wouldn't even clean that up. I would put a name tag on that and call it art, and just
Is it
make
marble
and
floors or carpet?
I'm dead.
yeah. I'm gonna just
No, it
market
would
it.
never be carpet.
I'm gonna take a picture of it and then market it as a poster and be like, come see the newest work
The
from.
4D you can taste, smell, and touch it.
Not
Yes.
taste. You will die.
Yes. just I'll call it art.
Mm-mm.
Make millions.
Right, and
You
somebody
know,
would dead ass buy it. Some white person.
that's the real answer to it. It's like
Fucking
ain't ain't nobody gonna pay me to clean up shit. I'm gonna use it and make my own business.
Right. Be like,
he
yo, come clean this
said
up.
the capitalist way.
I'm a, while you just twiddling your thumbs and shit, I'm making my own business from shit from from a,
Right.
from full of shit.
I wake up
What
at
you
6 a.m.
yeah? What you doing? Sleeping your money away? Fuck,
getting
fucking
PPP loans.
yeah, fucking bozo.
Right.
How
Oh
dare
man.
you? I
All
could
right.
never. That's my answer.
Oh shit. All right. I think that it because you finished your whole shit, right?
Yeah, I told you about X. What
Yes.
happened with X?
Okay. So we can go on to the main topic. That was a cute little thing, you know. Let's go on
Mhm.
to the main topic. All right, y'all. So we're gonna switch gears a little bit, and we're gonna talk about friendship. All right. So how do we want to do this? Do we want to just like ask questions and then see what tangents we go on, or start with the first question and see what happens? Type shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think we should just like start with the first question.
Okay. All right. So let's give some background. All right. So we're gonna be talking about friendships this week. Mad general topic, but whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And we this is our first interview with Star Love. A
Hey, y'all.
um and oh, she says that she identifies as a low key bi. Just
Okay.
putting that out there, you know,
Right,
because that's our podcast. We got to get the black gays. That's what it's for.
Yep.
right.
All right. So okay, so we're gonna start off with how would you define the word friendship? And start. Let's start love. Let's start with you.
Damn, that's a good question. I guess for me, I look for well, I would define it as like, you know, um, maybe like extra family. Because I feel
Okay.
like your friends kind of become your family, like after a while. Like, you know what
Yeah.
I mean?
Yeah. Definitely.
But not always, so I don't know. We could edit that out.
No. I mean, I
You
like
thought it
it.
was good? Okay.
Yeah. Cause I'm
Okay.
like, cause I definitely like, chosen family. I've definitely heard that term a lot,
Right, like
especially
you could
lately.
choose. Yeah. Like especially like cuz I feel like it's like you should like you kind of move around finding people like until you click with, and then
Mhm.
sometimes you don't be clicking with them. So,
Mhm.
it's like you can't really be part of my family like that.
Mm.
you know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cuz
And
you want to keep good people around you.
What do you mean by good people around you? How do you like? How do you describe that for yourself?
I think people that like make me feel good,
mhm.
um, and like aren't just in my case, like people who aren't like super judgmental of like my life and stuff.
Mm.
Um, but also I forgot the question. What was the original question?
It was like, what does it mean? What do you mean when you're saying like feel good?
Yeah.
Um, like I mean people who, because I mean your friends aren't gonna always make you feel good,
Mhm.
but people who I can trust, people who I love, like because I mean it's no, I really everybody has like good and bad in them, but like just people I click with, I guess.
Yeah.
Like you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Hmm.
And how would you say your oh, also actually I'm going to ask you the same question thing too. How would you
Mm.
define friendship?
I think I define friendship like a lot about. I would describe it kind of as form of, I mean, it's a long-term relationship, I guess, or
Mm.
it's like it's a form of connect. It's a form of connecting and investing like your time with other
Mm.
people to grow together,
Yeah.
Right.
based off common interests,
Mhm.
or
Right.
like common goals. Like in it's like friendships can exist in from all different sources, but I think it should really go with the intention of wanting to well, I guess there's different types of friendships though too.
Yeah,
But, you know,
for
on
sure.
Right.
the high end of friendship, you know, it's people you want to grow together with. You want to invest time into each other, or, you know,
Right.
continue to, I guess, how to describe it?
Mhm.
Continue to evolve
Yeah,
as a
for sure.
collective.
For sure.
You
I
know,
think
I guess,
yeah.
you know, chosen family
Yeah, I was
concept
like
as
I was
well
definitely
too.
going to say that too. I'm like I really think that like chosen families just really sums it up for me, for
Yeah,
sure.
Right.
it definitely
Because you really
selects it.
can like grow with people, and
Mhm.
I feel like I want that for like mostly all my relationships because you're gonna change, and if you can't change together
Right. Then
and
it's just
evolve
the
together,
I mean,
then it
just that's the
just
end. But that also
right.
doesn't like it doesn't erase like what you guys had in the moment, but it's just like,
Mm,
as you evolve there's different stages of you and there's different stages of friendship as well for that person that you are.
right.
And
Exactly that.
Yeah.
I think for me though, like for me to, it takes a lot for me to consider a person a friend as compared to like an acquaintance or something like that. Those are two different words to me, you know.
Mhm.
Yeah.
I
So
agree.
Yeah. Because it when you're acquaintance, like you don't really like I see you when I see you.
right, like if we in passing, I'll say hi. We might have a little quick chat. We could go
Right.
out and get a drink, But like
Right.
friend
Do
is
you
way different.
Mhm.
do you hmm. So do you guys feel like there's a criteria for somebody to become or evolve into becoming a friend? Like, is there a common action, or is there a common
I
behavior? Do you feel like you see that transition somebody from an acquaintance into a friend?
I think for me personally, I think it's kind of been like time spent. Like I'm very much I feel like it's such a obvious. It's like I'm very much a quality time person. So it's like if we put in that physical space together and like when how deep we've gotten in conversations, you know what I mean, and how like I can relate to you and like just the memories we make one on one. That's how like I would consider a person a friend as compared to an
Yeah.
acquaintance where it's like we only hang out when other people are around. If we do have one-on-one moments where we don't get too deep into stuff, we just kind of kiki and we keep it
Right.
there.
Mm.
Um, yeah. So
So you'd say
I
more
agree.
like a lack of depth.
for sure, for sure.
Right. In the
Mm.
friendship.
And like time spent because it's like if somebody is like I've known you for like years and it's like we've consistently had like the same amount because like there's been times it's like still consider people friends that I haven't spoken to in like months and stuff. Maybe they don't consider me that, but it's like I sometimes it's like just because we had that and like nothing has changed between us, like really it's like okay, if you can come back or whatever after and like shit is still the same. Like I'm coming with the same energy, you're coming with the same energy, even though we're different people at this stage. Like
Right.
I still consider you a friend.
Yeah, because I think I agree. I agree with what you're saying because I feel like certain friendships like can sustain themselves even as you evolve, or like the dynamic can always stay the same between based on like how the friendship was established. Um,
Yeah.
because sometimes it doesn't necessarily affect like where you are like in life. Like I've definitely had friendships. Well, I have a couple of friendships where it's like a a lot like that where you'll have people that you don't see for months on end, you know, for long extended periods of time for you know whatever reasons, work, you know, everybody gets busy. Um but just knowing that whenever it returns, it always feels like the same. You're tapping into a part of each other that like uh is I don't know long, lo- has longevity.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
or it's just
Yeah,
eternal,
definitely.
eternal, and it just constantly cycles back.
Right. I
So
think also it's like even in those times, it's not like y'all haven't been talking. Like even if it's little, I like that now we're in a time in an era where it's like, okay, I'm thinking if you can send somebody like a funny video, or I can send somebody like a little blurb, be like, oh, what's up? You know what I mean? Very easily as compared to like before where niggas had to write whole letters or like call through to somebody else to get the call through to to somewhere
Right.
else.
yeah.
Right.
So it's like the idea of friendship is like a little bit different now too.
Yeah, from like when you were younger, right?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, well, when we were kids, it's like way different because I feel like kids' friendships is so fickle because it depends on
Yeah, that's
who
true.
you in class with and who you see all the time.
Right, right. That's true.
Do you feel like that's how it usually is though?
No, as I feel like as you get older, it's not like that.
No, I
Um,
mean as a kid. That's what I'm asking.
Oh, I definitely do. I mean, there's going to be those ones that stick with you no matter what. I mean, well, I don't know.
Yeah.
Not everybody's different because there's people that move around a lot. There's people that, have gone
Yeah.
through, like, changed, like, drastically personality wise. There's, people who,
Mhm.
Right.
like, it's like a bunch of unspoken factors. But it's like, I
Right,
do
because
think that's
everybody's
like kids are
different.
really fickle because it's like, who are you at that age?
You don't even know. All you care
Right.
about is playing.
Exactly.
Mm.
But in your later, I always call like maybe like 12 through like 17. And of course, your like formative years.
Right.
Maybe
That's when you
maybe
really
even
start
like
to.
10.
Right.
So so I feel like things that start at those ages like was when it really starts to be like okay like a friend. You know what I mean?
Right.
You feel like that's the first evolution of like what makes somebody a friend?
I think those are when you get your first real friends. Like instead of like okay when you're younger than like maybe 10 years old, you're still being brought to your parents' friends, you have to play with their kids. Or like I know for me,
Right.
like my parents brought me to church, so I was friends with the pastor's daughters. And then it's
Mm.
like, oh, like, just in proximity type of things
Right.
or
I was only
connections.
friends. Right. Because when you're a kid, you can only go really wherever your parents really bring you.
Right. So then as you get older, like you get to actually like you're developing your own personality. And then those are things, you start to connect with other people and then they help form your personality as well because, outside influences.
So then,
Right.
do you feel like a type of like peop the way people consider somebody a friend is from exchanging something with each other,
Mm,
or just
what
I guess
what do you think so?
influence. Well, let me not say exchanging, influencing each other.
I
Wait.
think for
Well.
sure.
Wait. What was the question again? I'm sorry.
Do you feel like the first one of the early definitions that we consider somebody a friend is somebody that like we are influenced by or in who we influence?
I think so because I feel like everything, like especially around that age, because you're sucking in everything like around you. I feel like it all kind of influences you. So yeah, definitely. But also, I feel like you just have uh parts of your personality that are gonna like develop anyways. So it's like a bit of both. Like
Yeah.
Mm.
And I also think that like, you know, if they impact you, then that's going to stick in your memory and then the people that stick in your memory are like, going to be like you care about them more because there's like, they're
right.
in your and
It's
then you're
more
around them.
cemented.
Yeah. Then like
Yeah.
somebody like you don't really interact with or like have no influence on your life you don't especially then because we're all very very egocentric so it's like I mean
Right.
if we shared something then yes like we're gonna be friends you know
Right. Right.
Hmm.
I think then I don't think as much now because now it could be something like you have an intimate moment with a person or whatever and then you never see them again you
Right.
know
Hmm.
That's true.
But then that's the interesting thing then, like, because if you still enter, if you still interact with somebody with that intention, same sentiment, like, could you still, is this okay to consider them a friend? It was just I don't know, a friend for a moment,
yeah I don't know
a
I don't
momentary
think so
friend.
I think
If
friend I don't know I think
if the
friend has to do
interaction is
with
still the
timing
same
yeah
with
maybe
timing,
yeah Maybe,
Hmm.
yeah. I mean, I think yeah, if it's like a consistent, like you can go to that person even though no matter how much time has passed, like I think that's still a friend. I don't know,
Yeah. Um,
but it's
So it's
hard.
it's the longevity of it.
I definitely think so. Cause
that's
there's
true
people
because you're already
like
like familiar with them.
right, and I think there's people
You
in
know them.
college
Mm.
like when we were in when we
Redacted, redacted.
when we were in college, like there's definitely people who's like, yo, once I graduate, I'm never seeing this person again, bro. Like, and it's
Right.
like,
And
you
you
know,
Yeah,
actually never seen them again
it's like I know that, and then it's like those type of like insulated type of connections, and it's like this is not lasting in the real world, you know.
at all.
yeah. I mean, but that is the interesting distinction though too, because it's a lot of those spaces where people, you notice how people value the term friend differently from
Yeah.
person to person, because some people, which is interesting, is like they will consider anybody that they have interacted with as a friend, somebody that they just had a conversation with, it felt pleasant, and they they felt. I think it becomes tricky because it's when one person feels very connected to the person but didn't check in to see if the other person also felt that same sentiment.
Right.
Yeah.
So I think when those imbalances happen, that's when some people end up over using the word
Compensating.
friend. Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
let me not say overusing. But they are they are valuing it different than they are valuing the term friend differently from how another person would.
Yeah, for sure.
Which I guess in some cases it might be a benefit, but it's just, I guess I guess it seems tricky because if you form a lot of connections early and consider them all a friend, and then you're not in the space where all of your said friends are, that could be a very drastic, I guess, transition for some people
Yeah.
because of how much they they valued it differently, or I guess, and if I'm trying to say it, overvalued,
Yeah.
Yeah.
which you know which again makes it seems like it would be difficult or challenging to get over that versus somebody that might have been more selective, or just
That's true. But I
yeah.
think there's like lessons in those too, because that's where, and I feel like, like there are things where like or occasions where people do come into your life just for a certain reason for you to learn a certain lessons. I definitely believe
Yeah.
that.
Definitely.
Um,
Yeah.
so then it's about like learning that and recognizing that when it happens, and like you can like be sad about it and grieve it, but then it's like, all right, well, it's like it doesn't mean that the friendship wasn't real, but it's like don't. I mean, even if it was just like one sided at that point, like you believed one thing, doesn't make it. Truth is subjective in ways because people
Yeah.
have their
Yeah.
own interpretations. So it's like it doesn't make it not true. It's just like now, this is a new truth, and like, cause I know I had like a really like I had this one friend in middle school, and that was definitely a person that taught me like, oh wow, people really could just move mad weird and then still you call you a friend. Like it was one of those type of
Yeah.
situations. So it's like, okay, I had to meet that person and interact with that person to get out of my naivety a little bit about like, oh,
Right.
I'm just
About
like, oh,
people.
friends, la di da, like we're all lovey, we talk all the time, there's no bad blood. But it's like, no, people will move weird, like just to
Right.
move weird, and still like call you a friend and be in your face all the time.
Right. Like people is fake out here.
Exactly. That's where I learned that niggas be
Right.
fake.
Right. And they really do.
And then that's
But
how you start to become more selective and put it up, and
Right.
learn those things.
see, then if I'm thinking about the other person in those scenarios, then too, I think that also shows a different type of person that values the word friend, and they're using it more. I think, I guess there becomes a distinction of how some people will use the word friend in an empathetic way, and then some people will use the term friend in a utilitarian way
Mm.
in order to in order to how should we just say, just either maneuver through spaces or gain access to certain resources, certain connections,
Mm.
certain lifestyles by using that term and valuing it in a way
Yeah.
as a form of currency. I guess
Ah.
if you could think it like that, because then there's still plenty of people that will do it that way, and then because of how they value it, that's why they might coin the term differently or coin it very loosely
Mhm.
versus another person. You could think of like people that I guess in the early times of Facebook or even Instagram when people would be like, "Hi, what's your name?" and then you get their name and they would immediately try to
Add you.
add you on Facebook or follow you on
Yeah.
Instagram, etc.
Yeah.
Yeah.
As again, I guess a form of using it as a form of currency or as a form of you know points
Mhm.
Right.
as if it's a video game, as if
That Black Mirror episode.
yeah.
Right.
But that's
Exactly
like,
that.
yeah, that's weird. Like to me, like in certain situations, I understand why you would just give someone your Instagram instead of like just giving them your number or something. Because I feel like that's a different step. Having my number is a whole different step from having my Instagram. But it's like I'm not calling you a friend because I have you on Instagram. I feel like even then, it's like people I meet in real life, I'm not automatically like, oh, like let me add you, like, or oh, we're friends now, right? Let me add you. I mean, unless I'm drunk, but
Right.
that's a different story.
Right.
It's like so a lot of people I meet in real life, like I don't even like. That's not my first thought to be like, let me add you on Instagram. You know what I mean? Because it's like if we're
Right.
not friends, why? It's like on one part, why am I adding you on there because we're not friends and I just met you, and then on
Right.
another part, if I do have you on there, that doesn't necessarily mean you're my friend. You know what I mean? It's like that dynamic. It's like,
Right.
Yeah, because everybody uses social media differently.
Right.
mm,
Because if somebody's just using social media in order to like gain information or use it as like a phone book of sorts or just like a resource hub for like either finding out like food or just artists or whatever they might use it for, just as a collective thing. But then some people are using it as a business card,
yeah,
or some people are using it as a points card or a a self esteemometer,
mm,
if if
Yeah,
you
that's true.
if you think of it like that.
yeah,
So again, it's like I guess people are viewing these numbers of who follows them, who's friends with them, and then some people are overvaluing that, and they treat it as high value. Some people treat it with low value and have a different definition, and then there's other people that just don't even value it at all, or
right,
don't even value that. In the reference of social media, they don't value that at all because their definition of their relationship with social media and friendships are two separate.
yeah, facts. I
Um,
think it's
yeah,
separate.
exactly.
Okay,
There
so
can be overlap, but they're not synonymous with each other.
right, right, that's true.
Right.
Yeah.
Um, okay, so Star Love, we're gonna ask. I think we kind of touched into it, but fuck it, I'm gonna ask anyway. How has your idea of friendship changed over time?
I feel like it's changed a lot. I had like before, like when I was younger, I had well, not that much younger, but like earlier 20s, I was like just like letting anyone around. I think I just had no boundaries, and like that's because I felt like I didn't really know what I wanted from my friends. But like once like certain shit started happening that I like wasn't really fucking with, I was like, okay, I gotta like change who I'm around and like who I want around me and stuff like that. So um I feel like before I really didn't have an idea.
Mm-hmm.
So I was just like seeing what like just trying out different friendships with different people.
Right.
But now I've definitely like thought about like more things that I want from my friendships, and like now I'm in the part where I'm like finding people who like I can give that to and they can give it to me and it can be like a good balance in the relationships.
Okay. If you don't mind telling us, like, what would you say, like, maybe one of your boundaries is when it comes to friends?
Um I feel like since I'm so emotional and I'm so like I will be there for you as a friend. Like, and I didn't notice that because I used to always be just so hard on myself, like about being like a good friend, or not really a good friend, but like, yeah, I just had like really like bad thoughts that I had about myself from like friends that I had in the past. And like, so now I'm like, I, I want friends who basically can be there for me, and then I'll be there for you like when you need me to, like,
Mm-hmm.
So I guess that's just, I don't know if I explained that good, but that's just like one of the things that like I know that I want. And like just somebody I have good chemistry with too.
Mm-hmm. So by like be there for you, do you mean like just being present, like physically present, mentally?
Um it don't you don't I feel like you don't even have to be physically present, but like I guess I do mean mentally.
Mm-hmm.
Like, and not that I'm gonna lean on you OD, but like, because I don't want to like whatever your boundary is, like I'll respect it. But like just having people like disappear on me, and I know like stuff changed, and like some people be going through stuff, but like I just want people that I know are gonna be solid, and then I can be solid too.
Mm-hmm.
But also, it's hard to like want that because everybody can't be solid all the time.
That's true. That's true.
Yeah, so it's just, I guess it's something I'm working on, girl.
No, I feel you. But I think there's like, I think it's a matter of even if you can't be as present as you need to be for a person,
hmm
it's as if you feel the effort and you have the care for the person, you'll find a way to show up how you
Right.
can.
Or at least like
Or
communicate that you can't.
exactly.
And that's the part that we get in me, because it's like, if you can't, that's okay. Because like, I'll be getting, you know, the help that I need. If I need help, like, I'll be getting it from somewhere, like, or I'll be helping myself, bitch.
Mm-hmm.
But um, it's just like, I
Just
just hate when
support.
I'm giving out all my good energy
Mm-hmm.
for a friend and then it's not being returned. And then it's not that I expect it to be returned, but like I would like for it to be
But
returned.
honestly, fuck that. It's like, yes, I want it to be returned,
Right.
and I feel like that's a boundary in itself. Reciprocation, I think, is a boundary
Right, because
for
it's
any
very
relationship.
important. Right, because it's important where you put your energy. Because like you don't want to be wasting your time trying to learn the same thing over and over again.
Right.
Absolutely.
And you definitely deserve to have like everybody deserves to have somebody that shows up for them and be and is present, like, and if they can't, to
Right,
have them communicate that. Like, I don't think it's
right,
that hard if you actually valued the
right.
person.
And then on top of that, especially if I'm giving you that energy, because now you're
Exactly.
just wasting my fucking time.
And now it's getting disrespectful.
Right. And now it's like, all right, bitch. But yeah. But like
um
I won't get like that until it gets to that point. Like I'm very like, I'll try to work it out with you
yeah.
as best as I can.
Yeah. And what about you, think too? You have any boundary?
A boundary when it comes to friends.
Mm-hmm.
Hmm. A boundary when it comes to friends. I think. Hmm. I mean, the reciprocation. I think is a. I completely agree with that. I think that's the biggest one, but I think another one is just hmm. Honestly, I think that's the biggest that's I guess one of the bigger boundaries. I think that's one of the bigger overarching boundaries I could
Mm-hmm.
also agree with because it's just if I think universally if you're not feeling respected or if you're not feeling the level of like if somebody's approaching somebody else with kindness or caring or respect or showing trust for an example and any of those is not being reciprocated by the other one,
Mm-hmm.
that has to that's where resentment can end up being felt depend
Mm.
you know as
Yeah.
it's being recognized more and more within the person. So
Right.
if that resentment's building up, all of that is because you're recognizing that you're recognizing the reciprocation's not happening because that was never either discussed or maybe it was discussed, for some, but still not seen or not experienced by the other person. So
Mm-hmm.
if that's what's being felt, that seems like that wouldn't be necessarily a friendship, you
Yeah.
know. That'd be a I don't know if it'd be an acquaintanceship or
Mm.
what type of dynamic it would be, but
It's a dub. That's what it
it's a
is.
dub. It's a straight dub.
Okay.
Facts.
I thought of one, cause you ever just like, I don't know if y'all ever just had uh like a hating ass friend.
Mm.
Like,
See,
Like a bitter friend.
I don't because
yes.
I'm quick to cut a motherfucker off. No word, so I don't get those.
Yeah, I
She
Just
said,
don't
leave
I
think
it
don't deal with
dead.
that.
Yeah, I'm lucky. I don't think I've ever experienced that. It sounds terrible though.
I don't know if I don't know. I don't think I've experienced that either, but I've seen a TikTok on it,
Mhm.
and it was just like the girl just like it was her and her friend, and they were sitting down, and like some boy was like trying to talk to the friend, and she just kept like I think they were like out on a date or something, and the friend just kept saying shit like, "Oh, you remember that time you left your panties in my bathroom and it was like doodoo stains on it or something like that." She didn't say
What?
that, right? But
What?
they start bringing up like they start like she was just kept bringing up like wild instances
Yeah.
to like try and embarrass her, and
Yeah.
it's just like yeah,
mm,
that's a boundary for me. I can't have nobody be like
Oh no,
that's
Trying to
hating
steal
on
my
me.
shine.
that's an ass
Right.
beating for me because
Right.
the
Like,
fuck.
bitch, you want to fight? And she was just saying like wild shit. And I seen another video like that too. And I was just like, yo, it really be friendships out here like that. Like,
Yeah, cause
bitches be dead ass like just battling each other the whole time and don't actually like each
like
other.
that frenemy shit, I never understood that. I'm like,
Girl.
that's very Caucasian of y'all.
Right. Like, what are y'all doing? We could just be enjoying life.
Though I was definitely gonna
What?
say, I feel like the only difference to me between platonic and like romantic relationships, and I just seen this like video too that was talking about that, like everybody's different meters of like platonic attraction and romantic is like different when it comes to their friendships too. And just because it's just romantic doesn't mean that you want to have sex, or are physically attracted to them. But I was gonna
Right.
say, like, I do, I like some romance in my friendships, man. Like, we going out on dates, okay? I'm gonna get you a little gift. I'm gonna send you a little Uber Eats if you tap
Okay.
Yo, honestly, yeah, it's very true. But I think, and that's such the interesting thing too about like friendships versus like it's a friendships are just a form of a relationship, and some people have romantic relationships, some people have platonic relationships, but the way that you express yourself in can apply to both,
right,
or you can apply the principles of one to the other. The
right.
main difference might be that you have sex with one more than the other, you know,
That's true.
Right.
but the amount of investment or the amount of time, the amount of opportunity, the amount of the amount of physical presence, or at least if it's not even presence, at least just exchange, any form of exchange with that person,
Yeah.
I think still adds to the value of their the platonic friendship or the romantic relationship or romantic friendship, for
Yeah.
people that have
Yeah.
those too. But it
Now,
all,
okay, now let's get down to the real questions. Y'all fucking y'all friends?
do I fuck my friends? I mean, yeah. Some people were friends because we fucked.
I feel that.
So, so again, it's like, and that's the big thing about friendships. It's like every friendship is different, or that it comes from common, different things that you have in common. Some people, I'm friends with because we like video games. We like Pokemon. Some people I'm friends with because they like to get beat up a little bit, or they like to get
Wait.
they want a little action. They want a little spice. That's a little spice to their lifestyle, you know. But it doesn't mean one friendship does not invalidate the other. It just means
Yeah.
that it came from different grounds. But they're still friends.
So, Star Love, you fucking your friends?
I have like once before, but not really fully. Just
Mm.
like started to.
Y'all still friends now?
No.
So, no, you don't be fucking your
Uh,
friends.
you fucked some
I
stranger.
no, but like she hit me up recently, like wanting to hang out. That's all. It's like I don't
Okay.
know.
So, it's still a
I, s-
possibility.
right, like we was friends before, like kind of. He was like acquaintances, more so. Like we was friends because other friends.
Right, right, right.
You know what I mean?
Mm, yeah, that's still it was a potential friend
Yeah,
that you had sex with prematurely.
yeah. And then like we weren't friends.
See, me, I'm always down to fuck a friend, you know? But we
Sometimes
probably
it's
can't be
nice.
too close. You probably can't be too close, but you know,
Right. Because then it make it a
everyone
little weird, right? I mean,
everyone's
I could just like be cool after though.
right. It really depends on the person. But if
But I
it's
feel
like
Right.
like
on
that,
some
yeah.
consistent shit, like probably not. That's probably not gonna work.
Right. Right. Right.
I feel like that has to go with timing, with not timing, discussions at all times of just constantly reminding that though, because then it's like if you
Yeah.
don't discuss that, then the issue is then one person is secretly,
Mm.
holding a candle to you, at night.
Helga Pataki.
Yeah, somehow good shit. Yeah, for real. You got a whole shrine for you in the closet and shit.
Oh
Um,
no.
while the other person's just living their best life,
Say
and
just
then
bust a nut.
exactly, and then again, resentments could happen because then you just mad because they not popping the question, they're not setting the date, they're not asking you, what
Shit.
roses you want at y'all's wedding, and
See,
and it's all
but I
because
think that comes in where it's like, okay, it's so like from that place, okay, yeah, if we just fucking then have it to be just fucking, like we not gonna do no extra shit, you know what I mean?
Right.
Like we can probably still watch TV and like we gonna make some food and chill, but it ain't no like cuddling up and none of that extra shit.
Right.
well
It's
the
not about to turn.
the question also then would be what would be the boundary then in terms of those situations? Would it just be like, can y'all not be seen in public together ever? Like, can y'all
I
like
feel like,
look away from me if we're on the same street? Like,
It's just
but
like
then
we just
is
gonna
that
go back to friends.
right? Is that a friend or is it you just like hiding? Like, cause who was you hiding from?
mm, I don't
Right.
know. True,
Because
because some
if
people.
if it's only people on the street, like these people don't know we fucked or give a fuck that we fucked. So it would
Right.
just be for you. It would just be for you personally, and it's like if it's at that point, you can't be because I can't call you a friend if I can't be seen in public with you.
Right.
True.
For
But
me
that's what I'm
personally,
saying. Like, what if it ends up becoming? I guess it's yeah. It's like they're running away because they're running back to their shrine to you. To.
So no,
to cry to it and be like,
Right.
taking
Almighty,
secret
Almighty,
selfies.
Almighty Thing One. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry I didn't approach you today. I miss you so much. Please
Oh,
forgive me.
pussy for the paw, sir.
Oh, pussy, my love. But yeah, but then that could be tricky. But yeah, I guess it should be good. But then I guess yeah.
I think we have like one more ish question. Oh wait, no, we got like I could do a couple like quick questions, and just like you just answer top of your mind type shit.
Hmm.
All right. Um, let's see. Oh, maybe not top of the mind, but we'll just try to keep it at like 30 seconds if we can for
Okay.
each one. Okay. So I'm gonna ask Starla first. Okay. So who is your best friend?
Um, I don't think I have a best friend at this moment,
And that's
or I
fine.
don't know.
Okay. What is the worst friendship moment you've ever had?
Worst friendship moment? Skip. I don't know.
Okay. Um, who have who is the friend that you've known the longest? And if you want to make up a name for them or a nickname, that's fine.
um, Friend I've had the longest.
And how did you meet them?
Um, I think it's been you think one.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I think so.
Hey,
And we met in music class in high school.
that's what's up.
Our ghetto ass music class.
Wow,
It's amazing.
that's
All right.
cool.
Thing two. Oh, we didn't even talk about how me and you met. That's crazy.
Right. We should
Me,
have.
no, we didn't. Me and thing two. We ain't talk about how we met either. We run this damn podcast.
Oh yeah. Oh my
Right.
God, yeah.
Wow. So I guess I can we can talk about it now, and I can put it in the beginning, whatever, or
Yes.
Okay,
not.
go ahead. Yes, go
I
ahead.
feel like it's not that long a story. I met Thing Two when I was living in the dorms, Beast Side, big house,
Yes.
and this nigga would always come up and like hang out with my next door neighbor, um, the ballet dancer. I knew you because you would try hang out with the ballet dancer and flame her all the time.
Yes.
And then
Now you
me
in
and
flavor.
yeah, and then we would just like I don't know, we all like it was like kind of an acquaintance situation where we would only hang out all together in groups. But every time it would be like just me and him back and forth, just cracking jokes and dying all the time.
Yes.
Okay.
And then like I moved in with all our homies, and he lived like next door, so I feel like we became close from that.
Wait,
Cause
I even lived next door. I even lived next door
across the
at
street. Eh?
that. Was that the? Oh, was that my last year?
Yeah, yeah.
Oh my gosh, yeah. Oh my gosh, yeah. That was great.
Yeah,
That was
he
so funny.
he lived like across, so we got close because that nigga was sleeping on my couch all the time.
Yes, very much. But you know what? It was mad funny too because I think about all the scenarios where like no, it was kind of like meeting thing one. It was high key like we yeah. It's like let's say it's like a group of like 6 people, right? And then everybody's just chatting whatever like that. It'd be like at some point thing one says something, then I said something, then thing one said something again, and then I said something again, and then we just in it,
Bro, we would go back and forth just saying
just
like
building shit.
wild
Yes,
shit, and we would just make like we did. That's what just make stories up, bro, and just be
yes,
crying at that shit. Made up
over
ass stories.
nothing. It's hilarious.
No, actually, I think we was cool before that because I just went on my Vimeo and I had a video of I took a you helped me out with that you remember that We Get High video I tried to do for class. It was like the Fab song.
I vaguely remember this.
Yeah,
Yes.
you was in one of my videos for my class, and that was
Oh my God.
that was
Yes.
my sophomore year, yeah, junior.
Yo.
So
Oh
we've
my
been cool since then,
You
I
you
think.
did a We Get High video for class.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I had like a I forgot what class it was for, but I just had to edit a bunch of clips together. So I literally just I took that song by Fab, "We Get High," and I just took that as a song. I had thing two be the like the nigga rapping, and I intercut it. I
Oh.
intercut it with my other old friend rolling up, and then like we went to it was like some senior exhibition, so we went to there into like this room that was like somebody decorated with mad leaves and shit, and there's like some
Uh-huh.
cool like red lights, so we was shooting in there too.
Oh shit. That's crazy.
That
I'm
was
art
wild.
crying.
art school tings.
Yes.
Oh, that sounds dumb fun.
That's all it was. It was just years of. It was just years. Everybody smoked weed. Well, everybody we knew smoked weed. It just.
Multiple times a day, bro.
Yes.
Right.
Like literally, it was at the point where I was like, "Yo, the motto for these years is like, there's more."
Yo,
Right.
literally, there were I was described as I smoke more weed. I smoke weed like people drink water.
Okay. That's
Just like
funny.
breathe air. Yeah. So it was
Damn,
definitely
everybody
that.
smoked.
Yeah,
Yep.
bro. And everybody would put it'd be literally like there was one point niggas was passing 5 blunts around. I'm like, bro, I have to go to class.
that
Right. I can't function, huh?
Yeah, I remember
was
I was chilling
that
with
was a
them in
life.
a sesh, bro. I like went because they would do it in the bathroom because the fucking fire alarm. So I dead ass went in there and put a blanket over my head. I'm like, yo, I want to be in the mix, but y'all niggas doing too much.
Right.
It was
But
mad nice. Ah, what a wonderful time.
no, it was giving addiction at that point.
It
Like, oh no, oh no,
Right.
was giving
Facts.
intervention.
facts.
You know, but it's okay. We finished. We got our degrees.
I don't know, bro.
I wouldn't say we came
Right.
out unscathed. You know,
Dead
slightly
ass.
scathed, but you know.
Because I feel like that's like really what college. It's like college is when you could really do all that shit.
Yeah.
Anyways,
Yeah,
like you know,
definitely.
that's when
Def.
you could really just try all that shit out.
Mm.
Right. Some people, but then that's. I feel like that's when people should take the full opportunity if they can. If they've ever been curious about doing something, they just doing it there. Because
Right.
otherwise, before you try to do it in the real world, and then there's real world,
But I think it
repercussions.
depends on your level of comfort with the people around you, because certain shit you
I
have to be
agree.
in the right environment.
I
If
Yeah,
you're
agree.
not
that's true.
around people that you trust, I would not do it.
Right.
With
Me neither.
friends, people that you define as a friend in a empathetic way, coming full circle. Look at this.
Right.
Ah.
See, and the moral of the story is fuck your friends. Like, nah, the moral of the story, the moral of the story
Yo,
is, do drugs with your friends and make
literally.
sure. And when you do, that you learn who your friends are. No, that's the moral of the story. You learn who your friends are when you do drugs.
Hopefully you learn before. Hopefully that you learn before and not
Yeah.
during. Because that shit would suck.
Alright, I think that's a good place to end. I didn't even get to ask the last question, but whatever.
Oh wait, you ain't asked me the thing. I didn't get to play Fast Money.
Oh, all right, yeah, yeah,
That's
yeah.
what I felt.
I
That's what I
forgot.
felt like when you were reading them questions too. I was right. I was mentally playing Fast Money, Family Feud and shit. I was like, mailman, car, maple syrup, birthday.
So, all right, ready? So, who's your best friend?
My best friend. I have probably four best friends.
Mhm.
A Mexican, a Jamaican woman, a Mexican man, a Jamaican woman, another Jamaican woman, and oh my God, do I only have three best friends now? Oh God,
Oh,
those are my three best friends. Yes,
okay. And who was the one you known the longest?
the best friend I've known the longest has to be the Mexican man.
Okay. And what is their worst friendship moment?
My worst friendship moment in any of my friendships, my worst friendship moment was most likely wanting to have a conversation about something that got built up and ending me losing my temper and making it a screaming match or making it yeah.
Mm.
when it did not have to be. But it's okay. But you live, you learn. But yeah, raising my voice, severely at a
Okay.
friend.
Yeah, yeah.
It's not
So
fun.
I think. All right. So I'm gonna do the fast questions to myself then. So who, and then we'll end it here. Because that was, I think I only asked 3 questions, right?
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Did
it was
you?
like 3 questions. Yeah, I think so.
Yeah. Because Starlove skipped the worst one. All right. So who's my bestie? My bestie is my Dominican papi. He already know. Love him down. Um, I known the longest? That'll be my main bitch Sai. I known her since kindergarten, running tough. And my worst friendship moment. Okay, so this is for my bestie from middle school. I got really drunk on my 20th birthday. We was in the city, and I mean, when I say drunk, I was drinking Fireball and red wine. So we was going to fucking BBQs, and I got into like thing two said we got into a screaming argument in Times Square, and then and then some nigga came up to us trying to give us one of them flyers for the tour buses that we yelled at that nigga too.
Mad ghetto.
not, not that nigga came up to you while y'all arguing, trying to give you a flyer tour shit.
Right.
Exactly. He knew what
Just
he was
mad
doing.
ignorant.
Right, right.
Oh my god.
Um, yeah, so all right, I think that's about it. We're gonna end the main topic right there. That was a good discussion, guys.
Mm-hmm.
That was
We
great.
already at hour 13, so we can just quickly, if you want to do recommendations. I don't know, cause I'm like, it's gonna probably be longer than all our other episodes. I don't know if you care about that or not. I mean, I'm the one that gotta edit it, so you don't care.
Mm-mm. Sorry.
um, but all right, so do song, TV, um, movie.
Me?
You want to start Star Love, or you want Thing Two to start first?
I don't think I have any recommendations.
Really, none at all.
Uh, okay. I'm losing the thought.
So no.
Yeah. So no, just kidding.
Okay, go ahead.
Me?
Yeah,
Thing two? Cool.
yeah.
Alright, so my song recommendation is it's called Coochie, a bedtime story by Shy Girl. That's a
I, s-
very it's a
I
very
seen that
fun
video.
song. Yeah, it's a very fun song. It's a vibe, a little poppy, a little something for everybody, a little poppy, a little electronic,
Oh yes.
a little les, a little
Mm.
gay and such. It's for
I
everyone.
love it.
It's for all ages. It's great. Uh, TV show has to be Crime Scene Kitchen. This show is so wild. So the premise of it, you essentially, is they have to a bunch of pairs of chefs have to investigate in one kitchen clues to figure out what dessert was baked in that kitchen, and they have to try to find a way to recreate that dessert.
Oh
Oh
no.
Um,
wow.
and if they get it right, they move on to the next round for a chance for $100,000. But if they don't get the dessert right, they end up getting eliminated. And the way that some of these cakes are made, first, it's not even about the cakes, it's about the chefs, because some of these people are insane, and some of these people are cheaters
Mm.
for no
How you
reason.
cheat at bacon?
It's like they just the it's very let's not say cheating. They're very uninspired. We could say that
Mm.
the threshold for what's a good cake is very mediocre.
Mm.
Mm.
So it's something to be mad at, but it's really good cakes, really
Okay.
high energy, good vibe. Yeah, something to Something to do when you're sick.
Any
Yeah, I
movies?
would definitely watching that.
Word. And then movie has to be what's love got to do with it?
Ooh, a throwback.
Yes. Something I fairly recently just watched for the first time.
Oh, word.
Yep.
They had us watch that in health class.
What they did?
Oh my
Yeah.
god.
When I was in
To
high
talk about
school.
abusive relationships?
Yeah.
I see that. That
Yeah,
makes
that's
sense.
true.
You know what? I know a teacher that I could recommend that to.
Hey,
Yeah, I'm
teaching the kids early, honestly, because I'm like,
That movie long as hell though, right?
it is. It took like we probably watched that because we only had that class maybe what every other day or once a week. So it took like maybe 4 classes.
Yeah.
They knew what
I
they was
was
doing.
just like, oh
that's
shit. Not they
that's a
say
gr-
love it.
that's a great month watching,
Yeah,
watching
Right, because
Tina,
it is a good movie though.
yeah.
right? Sound lax for the
Um.
teacher.
Okay, so for songs, I'm gonna do shit. Okay, I'll do one. And actually, Kiki Palmer put me onto this song, so I'm Sailor Moon by Leia. That shit is
Mm.
popping. It's been stuck in my head for a little while. For shows, I gotta big up Rap Shit by Issa Rae. That shit is fucking popping. I don't care what
Mm.
nobody say. From like episode 1, that shit got me hooked, and it's been getting better every episode. We on episode like 5 now, and I gotta watch episode 5. Oh, but also okay, I'm counting what's the name as a movie. So this is my movie, and it's a show. I don't care. P Valley season 2 just ended. Um, and that shit was a fucking movie. So if you don't watch P Valley, then bitch, what the fuck are you doing? Pretty much, that show is everything. If they don't renew for season 3, it's gonna be a problem.
So what is this show about?
P Valley, it's about some scrippers, a script club in Mississippi, like a small town in Mississippi. Um, Pretty much. That's all to give, and it's just like it follows the people, the characters that work in the strip joint. And I'm gonna give like them one of the main big plots is like they're trying to buy the land from the strip club owner to build a casino in the town, and they're trying to keep the strip club. So that's all I'm gonna say. But like it's like real authentic black queer wonderfulness, like black southern queer wonderfulness, honestly, with some sex work too, and like they're humanizing like sex workers, which you know is like they never want to do on TV.
Right.
So
Mm. Okay.
I definitely recommend both of those. And Rap
Yeah, I'm
Shit
at
is
the
about these two young girls from Miami that start in a rap group. That's all I'm gonna give.
That's cool. In Miami too. Okay.
Yes, and it's like authentic Miami. And they have a podcast that goes with the show, and that podcast is mad good. It be putting me on to mad of the like little cultural Miami things that I would have missed.
Mhm.
Oh.
Cause it's really
Is it
authentic
giving City
Miami.
Girls?
Yeah, like definitely, like even one of the characters definitely reminds me of them. Like the main character, one of the main characters is definitely like accent down and
Mm.
Oh shit.
energy. So I
Right.
would like, yeah, I definitely recommend that show. But yeah, those are my recommendations so far. Um, all right, I think we're gonna get out of here because it's getting hot, and it gets hot in this apartment around like 4:35. So I gotta get out soon. But this was an amazing episode. Thank y'all both for tuning
Yes, thank
in.
you
Um,
for
Yup.
having us.
yes, thank you, Star Love. Thank you, Think Two. Thank you, me.
Okay.
And
Thank you, Thing One. Thank you, Star Love.
Even though I like boys, would you still let me hit? If I eat your pussy, would you still suck my dick? Baby, I'll take your soul if I lick on your clit. You ain't never met a nigga who could do it like this. Would you still be my nigga if I fuck on your sis? I'm a verse top, I can never be your bitch. And if I suck your dick, swear to God I won't spit. And your bitch call me daddy when I'm deep in her shit. No hard situation, baby, let me get this nut. And where your brother at, cause I still want his butt. When I eat your pussy, I'ma pick your ass up. I'ma show you, little baby, Dilly Bow ain't no chump. I'm a thug nigga, bust knocks and I flip tricks. Matter of fact, I eat pussy and I suck dick. Bust quick, nigga wanna rump, then it's nothing. If a bitch want my time, bring them funds in. And if I slide through your hood, what you gon' do? Cause I'ma walk through that bitch like I'm supposed to. Bump you, bitch, come outside, I ain't gon' jump you. I'ma come me hot like I'm Goku. And I'm a faggot, but they knowin' I'm a shooter, baby. Since I'm a shooter, can I have some of that cooler, baby? I'm a faggot, I'm the #1 shooter, baby. I'ma call your brother like, what's up? What you doing later? I want the dick, the pussy. I want everything, bitch, what it is. I want the dick, the pussy. I want everything, bitch, what it is. Bisexual problems, bitch, bisexual problems, bitch, bisexual problems, bitch. Ay, can you solve them, bitch, bisexual problems, bitch, bisexual problems, bitch, bisexual problems, bitch. Ay, can you solve them,